Hi, my name is Meghana and I am a student here at the University of Dundee. I'm from India and I have been living in Dundee for about 9 months now. Before I moved to Scotland, I genuinely had no idea what I needed to bring with me. I'd also never been to the UK before, so I had no idea what is available here. So I have compiled a list which I hope you find helpful when you are packing up to move to Dundee. In addition to this, the university also has a web page where they cover extremely important things that you need to bring with you to the UK. Important things like visa documentation, money, and things which are allowed in student accommodation. So I highly recommend you check that out as well. Let's start with the main question I had when I was moving here. How many sweaters and jackets do I need to bring with me? For context, I come from an extremely tropical country, so the idea of -5 degree winter was not something that I was used to. But what I've realized is a lot of the winter sweaters and jackets which are available back home may not be specifically designed for the weather in the UK. So I recommend buying your sweaters and jackets here after you arrive. It's probably more fit for the UK weather, and you also save space in your luggage and you don't have to overpack on sweaters and jackets. That being said, it's also really important to think about layering, because if you do have sweaters which are a bit on the thinner side, you could always layer a couple of them on to make it more weather appropriate. Moving on to food, this was quite the challenge. Dundee luckily has a lot of international supermarkets, so if you are moving here from abroad, odds are you will find the ingredients that you are looking for. And I have managed to procure some good ingredients and make delicious meals. For the most part, I cook Indian food, so I can speak for those kind of ingredients, but again, it probably depends. And I recommend doing a bit of research on the types of supermarkets which are in and around Dundee. One thing that I should probably mention though is the fact that a lot of these ingredients which are available here tend to be a bit more expensive, which is a given. So that's something that you could keep in mind when you move here. I brought with me a lot of basic spices that I knew I needed for my day-to-day cooking stuff, but a lot of the special ingredients and one-off random dish ingredients are available here, which is wonderful. I also recommend carrying your favorite snacks with you, just for the sake of nostalgia and just to consume when you are feeling particularly homesick. Number 3, stationery. Before I moved here, I had no idea about the price differences in stationery items like notebooks, pens, pencils, things like that. If you are a student, odds are you will be taking notes, odds are you will be writing a lot. So I recommend buying stationery in your home country if it is cheaper. Compare prices online and see what you find. I come from an art course, so a lot of the art supplies which are available in the UK are about 2 times more expensive than they are back home in India. So I hoarded as many art supplies as I could before I arrived here, which is great because I still have a lot of sketchbooks, I still have a lot of notebooks and paints and everything at my disposal. But the wonderful thing about being in DJCAD or the art school is the fact that they have an art supply shop, which is a great place. I spend too much time there sometimes. They have a lot of art supplies and they are available to students at a reasonable rate. So if there ever comes a time when you need something but you can't find it, it's always available online or available on campus. And lastly, bedding. I highly recommend you buy your bedding here in the UK. Obviously, because bedding is quite heavy to carry with you in your suitcase, so it will be quite challenging to bring it with you from your home country, and it will also occupy a lot of space in your suitcase, which you could fill with snacks. Also, the bedding sizes here are different compared to a lot of different countries around the world. So it probably makes more sense to look at the dimensions of your bedding. And another thing is weather. The winters get quite cold here, especially at night. So buying a warm duvet here that is more appropriate for the weather. The great thing about living here is the fact that even if things aren't available in store, they are most likely available online. So that is always an option. In addition to this, like I said before, the university has a webpage where they go through really important things that you need to most definitely bring with you to the UK, like university documents and visa documents and things which are allowed in student residences. So extremely important that you check that out as well. I hope you found this list helpful, and I hope it gave you a general idea of the different things which are available here in Dundee. I hope you have a safe journey, and I hope you enjoy your university experience when you get here.